This is a good one. Nothing new, but his part for the course, right? We've been talking about how DC, aka Dead Company Comics, has gone down. It's to the point of no return. You have to understand the insane people run the nut house. This is what it is that we're dealing with now. They run the asylum. And they're not in the interest of making good work for readers. They're interested in basically impressing their colleagues and having the proper social justice positions in that regards as they tell their fucking stories, right? So every story is told with the idea of making a headline. Now we spoke about this with the Harley Quinn Eat Bang Kill tour chick who had me mass reported, rather unsuccessfully, by the way. And she was like, "Hey, why are there no headlines for this book that I wrote that has Vixen being gay and with some disabled chick, right? Which is a self-insert because she's disabled, gay, and whatever." And that's what they do it for, to impress their colleagues and to tell these goofy ass stories that highlight their social preferences. Okay, they're not in the interest of serving you or myself. This is why I've told you guys time and time again, just let the company fucking die. It's gonna do what it's gonna do. These insane people are in the business of impressing each other. And here's another example of it. So apparently there is some Vida Ayala here. This chick here. She's right, Nubia and the Amazons. I don't know if it was Vida Ayala's idea to make. I think it was Vida Ayala, if I'm not mistaken. Idea to make it, basically made the whole Milestone return just dead on arrival because she makes Static, who's probably the most prominent Milestone hero, they retconned him. They retconned his background, and now he's part of some like fucking, what do you call it, Black Lives Matter protest, and that's how he ends up getting his powers. But here's what she declares here. Is associate editor position, which is a fake job at this point in Marvel because the editors don't do fucking anything over there. But an associate editor at Marvel Entertainment, apparently there's a job there and it's open for you guys if you want to go apply. Vida Ayala says black and brown people, especially femme people, please apply. She continues to say, the fact that people are angry that I tweeted black and brown people should apply and call it racism is funny and sad at the same time. I hope they figure themselves out sometime soon because they only telling on themselves with that nonsense. Black and brown people, queer people, people that are not cis dudes, and any combo of the above, if you are even a little curious about being an associate editor for Marvel, click through, apply, you are needed. Again, this is the thing here. Biggest loathe. I'm gonna explain this. She kept fucking like shooting herself in the fucking foot here. Bigots loathe the idea of black and brown people, queer people, non-cis dude people, and any intersection of the above apply for this job. They extra despise that I, an Afro Puerto Rican trans non-binary, I'm not reading all that shit, am encouraging the above to apply. Here's the thing, Vida Ayala. She doesn't understand this, and none of them understand this. It seems to be the case. And I'm just going to try to break this down as politely as I fucking possibly can. Nobody gives a shit. They don't. The thing is that when you lead with that, you're telling people that it's not about the merit. It's not about your capabilities. It's not about your craft, your talent. It's about what fucking box you check. We don't give a shit about any of that. If you're good at what it is you're good at, then fine. But what you're attempting to do is the same thing as so many other folks are attempting to do, top to bottom, in this industry, where it's like, okay, we want a certain type of person to be the candidates for this job. And it doesn't even matter really high key. Like you even said, if you're only even remotely, just like remotely interested in something like that, they don't even have to have full passion, even according to you. They just need to, they look the part, or they act the part, or they have the box checked that you prefer in terms of your social preference. And that shit is lousy. And it's insane because these people act like, And I'm gonna make it about myself. I think at this point, you know, when I consider these guys my competitors, I get to do that. I'm making it about myself. We're pulling kind of a McFarlane kind of thing when he was like just fucking aggressive as fuck when he came out in the early '90s. What he was doing with McFarlane Toys and basically calling out DC and Marvel and shit. I guess that's the approach that I need to have. But you light skinned, number one. I'm not saying that as a knock. I'm just saying I'm blacker than you are. You know, I'm just by facts. And I've had more people that are enthusiastic about this project and the books that we are about to release than I have for anything that I've fucking ever done. And this is coming from a guy who has the luxury of being in a successful band. I've done basically everything there is to do in the like the commentary sphere, politically, whatever, and all of that. The amount of people who get enthusiastic about what it is that I do, or what it is that I'm about to do with this Rippleverse stuff, is just insane. And as you can see, I'm black and brown. Now I'm cis though. I guess maybe that qualifies me or disqualifies me, because to be fair, they do say the black straight men are the white people of black people. That's what they say. But if you're talented and good at what it is you're doing, nobody gives a shit. But when what you do, and a lot of folks have done, including the chick that I was just talking about with the eat, bang, kill bullshit, where they make everything about it their own individual identity, and they lead with that because it consumes them, and they have basically nothing else that's interesting about them, which is why they're always constantly fucking reminding everybody that they're whatever ilk. You know what I mean? Nonetheless, if you don't lead with that, you can still get people enthusiastic about it. You can still show people that you're good at what it is you do, and that is going to be long-standing and far more valuable. Because to be honest, and this is the part that's going to rub some people the wrong way, but you know it is, and I'm right. You guys are appealing to a demographic of people that don't even fucking buy books. We know the elephants in the room. American comic books, in terms of the big two, are fucking shit right now. They're in the red quite often. You're not seeing much of a return, if any, on these books, especially these books out there that are not having like some of the bigger characters. You're getting your ass whooped in your own market by manga. Why do you think that is? Why do you think? Just put two and two together. And I know everybody that calls you out because your goofy ass like, hey, if you're fucking fit this now, instead of leading, say, hey, Marvel Comics, this established brand of people, right? Or established brand of like comic books, lore, all of this, has an associate editor spot. If you have any skill in the editorial sense, and you are a long-time fan and you understand this, here's an opportunity for you. You don't say that. You say, hey, if you check a box and you're like one of us, right? And you have you're trans, or you're LGBT, and you're black, brown, or you're whatever, you're not even leading with talent. And that's why your shit is doomed, man. That's why it doesn't do that well. These guys are goofy. You just watched a clip from my podcast, For Canon's Sake. Catch us live at 12 p.m. throughout the week over at youtube.com/YoungRipper59 and follow us over at odyssey.com/@YoungRipper59. If you want to watch the entire video cast after the show is over, just be sure to become a member on the YouTube channel. Of course, the full audio portion of the podcast is available for free on all major digital platforms, or just visit forcanonsake.com.